Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be probably a long video and probably one of the hardest videos I have ever made, but I'm gonna try my hardest to keep my shit together and not break down on you guys. I got a message from a mom this morning, and you know, the whole reason I started my channel was because I wanted to help people, and I, got off track and got a little scared, and but I got this message this morning, and then I ended up coming across another girl's video, and I knew I had to make this video. You guys know I don't like to edit anything, and what you see is what you get, so I'm sorry if I pause a lot. So this video is going to be about my first true love and my biggest fears, my two biggest fears, and like real fears, not my fear of touching raw meat or my fear of snakes or frogs, lizards, like my real fears. Just stop. Okay, I'm not even on the kitchen floor, you guys. I should have known better. So when I was 20 years old, I had Miriam, and shortly after I had her, it was a crazy labor, and that'll be a completely different story. But shortly after I had her, due to all the drugs they had given me, I passed out for a long time. And then I woke up, and they hadn't brought her to me. I'd only held her for a little bit, like right after she was born. And I pushed the call button for the nurse, and the nurse came in and handed me Polaroid pictures and said, "Your baby had seizures during the middle of the night, and she had to be transferred to a different hospital. These are pictures just in case. And just in case she doesn't make it." This was really good makeup, you guys. I don't want to, okay. And don't feel sorry for me. I'm making this video to help people, and I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. Okay, so your baby was transferred to a different hospital. She had seizures during the middle of the night. I had to have an emergency C-section during the delivery, so I was stuck in one hospital, and she was in a different one. And I was begging my husband at the time, now ex-husband, that guy, to just take me out of the hospital and take me to her. I just wanted to see her, and he wouldn't. Nobody would. I thought about, I'm sorry, my phone. I'm sorry. So I thought about, leaving on my own, but I couldn't even drive. I could barely walk. It was the first time I'd ever had like major surgery like that, and having your whole abdomen cut open just, across the bottom there is pretty crazy, because they go through your baby's in the depth of your tummy, all protected. So they go through every muscle, everything. And I just could barely walk. And after 3 days, they released me, and I went straight from my hospital to her hospital, which was about a 15-minute drive, maybe 20 minutes at the most. And I got up there to see her. I didn't know which one was my baby. It was a huge room full of babies, all with problems, and I didn't know which one was mine. I'm just kind of looking around the room, kind of lost, and a nurse walked up to me, and she brought me to her. And I had never seen anything more beautiful. And when I looked at her, I felt true love for the first time. I had never, ever in my life, I guess I just crushed a lot. I had never in my life felt what I felt looking at her. And while I'm taking all of that in, while I am looking at the most beautiful thing I have ever seen, a doctor came up to me, and I was holding her hand, and not the doctor's hand, my baby's hand. And she told me, your baby's not normal. And if she lives, she's probably going to be retarded. And then proceeded to tell me a long list of all the things she would never be able to do. And then gave me pamphlets of state homes that I guess people who have children with this disability, they will put their kids in these homes sometimes. And I was very young, and I didn't know much, but I knew that I had carried this child with me for 9 months. And the only place she was going was home with me. Sorry, hang on just a second, you guys. Am I just wrecked? Am I a mess? You don't have black shit like Oliver? Okay. Okay. You guys, he's the best. I'm sorry. So, she starts telling me all this stuff that she's never going to be able to do. And I flipped out on her. Security was called. It was really bad, but I think that's the last thing you want to do is come up to a mom and tell her that retarded. You don't have a better word than retarded. You went to I don't know how many years of college to get your PhD, whatever, and the best you've got for me is retarded. So she got transferred to a different hospital after that. I just didn't have the faith in them to take care of her the way I thought that she needed to be taken care of. And they weren't letting me hold her. They said if you touch your baby or you hold her, she will probably have seizures. They had me push way too early, and all the pressure on her head created like this, it was like it crushed her head. It moved all the bones. And she had a sub-arachnoid hemorrhage on the brain. And all the bones were moved. And to this day, like, her skull does not grow, so her face is not in proportion with the back of her head. But I did get her transferred to a different hospital. And when I got her downtown, we live near Houston, so this is downtown Houston. The first thing they did was have me take off my clothes, and they laid her on me naked because I hadn't been able to hold her. The other hospital wouldn't let me hold her. And I held her, and she peed on me, and I didn't even care. I laid there with the pee on me. I didn't care. I just wanted to be holding her, and I was so happy to be holding her. I'm sorry, you guys. I tried to psych myself out all day to make this video. And, I don't think any amount of mental preparation is going to make it any easier. So she's in that hospital for another week. She was in the hospital for a total of 2 weeks. And when I say that was my first true love, like, I'd never felt love before. And I had no intentions of staying with my ex-husband when I was pregnant with her. I planned on ditching him and going off. I wanted to go to California, do makeup on the movie stars, and do their hair, stuff like that. And I was going to put her in a daycare. Shitty mom, right? I know. But that didn't work out like that. And I ended up staying with him because I felt trapped. But this video isn't about him. I brought her home from the hospital, and I had in mind all of the things they told me she wasn't going to do. She's not going to walk. She's not going to talk. She's not going to do anything. And I just right away started finding like therapy programs and things like that. My mom helped me so much in finding these things and setting them up and just trying to help her. And I always held out hope, like, well, they don't know what they're talking about, and they're just giving me worst case scenario because that's what they have to do so they don't get my hopes up. And then when she didn't do the things, it came like this almost denial, like, okay, well, she's not doing it yet, but she will do that. She will eventually do that. She's just going to be delayed. And now here we are, and she'll be 17 in January. We all have January birthdays in this house except for my daughter Maddie. She's September. But Abigail's the 3rd, Miriam's the 6th, I'm the 22nd, David's the 27th, and I brought her home the day before my 21st birthday, and it was the best birthday present I had ever gotten. Still to this day, to date, it is the best birthday present I've ever gotten, and she's just beautiful. And for a long time, I thought, like, why me? Why would God do this to me? Why her? Why would God do this to her? And now I'm at a point in my life where I can say, why not me? I think I take really good care of her, and I love her so much. And I can say, why not me? But with everything I've gone through with her, being on the hospice and everything, I've even had to make funeral arrangements for her. So only by the graces of God and prayer, is she still with us. And I'm thankful for every second with her. When we made the funeral arrangements, the hospital had gone so far as to, they made cast moldings of her hands. They told us, she had less than 24 to 48 hours to be here. And then that turned into a whole nother nightmare that's going to be the worst night of my life video. So, I held out hope. She's just delayed. She's going to do these things on her own time. She's special. And she's eventually going to talk to me, or she's eventually going to walk. And, now we're 17 and we don't do, or we'll be 17 in January, and we don't do any of those things. And, but she can love, and she can smile, and she can laugh, and she knows that she's loved, and she can understand everything that you say to her. She's trapped. She can't talk back to you. And I've talked with a psychic, and not a Lady Cleo, but he's a real psychic. And I've talked to another psychic, and they try to explain to me like how she sees things. She's got cortical blindness. They try to explain to me the things that she likes and the things that she don't like. And I really take that to heart, because whether you believe in that or not, I need something to believe in. And it's one of the only ways that I can make sure I'm doing the best I can for her. So then, watching, it makes you resent people, watching other people, your friends' kids that are the same age. It's really hard because my sister had her son, our kids are like 4 weeks apart, if that. And so watching him do things the normal way, and watching my baby not was really, really hard. And then now, at this point, every morning when I wake up, the first thought that goes through my head, is, did she make it through the night? Did I sleep hard? And, I don't sleep much during the night. We don't have a night nurse. David and I, we are the night nurses. And, you know, sometimes I fall asleep really, really hard, and I wonder if I'm going to sleep through the alarms. Even though we have monitor systems and everything else, you know, the first thought is always, did she make it through the night? And no one wants to bury their child. No one wants to lose their child. And this is going to be in my biggest fears, because my two biggest fears couldn't be more opposite. So just like any normal parent, the fear of losing a child is just unfathomable. And I have friends that have lost their babies already. And sometimes I feel guilty because I still have Miriam, and they don't have their babies anymore. But then that comes to my other biggest fear, and I see it as a blessing for them in some ways, and I hope they don't take this the wrong way, and I hope they understand. And I hope you don't judge me for what I'm about to say. But my other biggest fear, other than losing her or any of my girls, is that Miriam outlives me, because I'm so scared of what happens to her if something happens to me. Her biological dad is not a part of her life, and he refuses to give up his parental rights to her, so David cannot adopt her. And my parents are older, and so if something were to happen to me, what happens to her? And what if somebody does something bad to her? She wouldn't understand. She wouldn't understand why she's not around me. She wouldn't understand why someone was hurting her or being mean to her. She doesn't know anything other than love. And so my other biggest fear is that if she outlives me, you know, what happens to her? And as much as it hurts me to say, I will be at peace knowing that she's free to do whatever she wants, and to dance and to laugh and to play. Just to be herself and not be trapped in this body anymore. And knowing that she went knowing that she was loved the entire time. And then I know that I provided the best care for her. And I hate myself for thinking that way. I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I am in a position where I have to make this video, and I hope that from making this video, maybe you guys could understand me a little bit better. Maybe you understand why everything is pink. I try to make my world pretty because I don't go out very much. If she can't go, I don't want to go. And I've become really comfortable with just being at home and being with her and being mom. And I wanted to make this video so that other moms like me, know that they're not alone. They're not alone. It sucks and it's scary. And it hurts. It hurts seeing your baby trapped like that. It hurts celebrating birthdays and not knowing what to get them, or Christmas is coming. I don't know what to get her, because she can't tell me. And you know, you don't want to get them non-age appropriate gifts, and I always end up getting her movies and new bedding and new clothes and whatever. I wish she could talk to me. I wish she could talk to me for just 30 seconds to tell me, Mom, you're fucking doing it wrong, you know. Or just tell me, you know, where she hurts or what she wants me to do. Because I don't want her to feel like I failed her. And I feel like I fail every day. And I try to keep her involved in things. You know, she goes to school, she goes to therapy, and she's got a best buddy that comes and visits with her. She's got her best buddy from last year that will come by and see her, just hang out with her, sit in the bed with her, watch movies. Love you, Amber. Love you, Katie. I know both you girls watch my videos, even though you shouldn't, because I'm so inappropriate. And I just wanted to make this video so that the other moms know that they're not alone. And I thought when I started that I was in the right frame of mind to do this, and apparently I'm just a mental fucking shitstorm. Anyways, I'm sorry this video was so long, and I love you guys very much, and I don't want a bunch of, I'm so sorry this happened to you, and I'm sorry I was crying, but I wanted to let the other special needs moms out there know that they're not alone, and that I'm here, and I'm going to talk about all the ups and downs of being a special needs mom. And no matter how upset I look right now, please know that she and my other girls are absolutely the best things that have ever happened to me. And I love them so much. And I love you guys too. And I'll see you next time. And sorry I was a mess. Okay, and I'm an ugly crier, I know. Okay, bye.